It's a beautiful day. Whatever do you mean, mon cher? The skies are clear. The sun is shining. The rays warm the air. Absolument tragique. Come to think of it, we better get the children inside before they blister. Wednesday burns so easily. Oh, poor Cleopatra will wilt. Lurch, won't you be a dear and bring her cough into the shade? And do take care. She has a tendency to bite when cranky. Hasn't been getting enough moonlight. Thank you. Oh, do feed Wednesday's piranhas as well. Thank you, Lurch. You've missed sunshine. You've always had such a dark sense of humor, mon cher. Vraiment. Tu es sérieux? You're serious. How very unlike you. Fever, perhaps. You do say the most ghastly things when you're unwell. Would you like to lay down on the nail bed for a while, mon amour? A perfect day for a stroll. What a charming idea. We could visit the gallows. Such a view at sunset. Or the catacombs, perhaps. They've been so quiet since the last cave-in. No. The church, you say? You want to visit the church? How romantic. What a lovely idea. I do love the acoustics, the chanting, the incense, the wailing of the damned. We could even renew our vows by torchlight, just above the crypt. Drive the spirits wild. Seance. You mean to pray? Attend service? I worry about you, mon cher. Are you unwell? You're smiling at the sunlight. How unlike you. Humming cheerful tunes, sleeping through the night like a baby, becoming frightfully well-adjusted. Your sighs have lost their weight. Even the children have noticed. They're terrified. Pugsley. He tried to shock you this morning. You didn't even scream. He was devastated. Thing won't come out of his box. He says you petted him. Wednesday came to me in tears. Not her own, of course. She told me she tried to bury Pugsley this morning. You stopped her. Poor dear was so distraught she burst into song. Says you told her violence isn't the answer. She's been inconsolable ever since. Mama told me she even overheard you telling Pugsley he'd grow up to be a fine young gentleman. He refuses to sleep, says the nightmare's stopped, and he simply can't bear the silence. He won't even come out of his dungeon. Mon amour, If you keep this up, they might start to lose her way entirely. Straight into something dreadful, like the Boy Scouts. Before we know it, Wednesday might start experimenting with colors. Pugsley could end up experimenting with therapy. And what then? PTA meetings, honor roll, summer internship, vegetarianism, missionary work. I won't sit by and have our children growing up deeply damaged and disturbed like Hansel and Gretel. What would the neighbors think? The world is already overrun with smiling villains, monsters pretending to be normal. Someone must teach the children honesty. You haven't even waltzed with me in over 12 hours. Even Mama's worried that our marriage is beginning to lose its magic. She even suggested more love dust. After all these years. It's almost as if that exquisite despair that I fell in love with is fading. It's unnerving, really. I hardly recognize you. Seeing you so well-adjusted, well-rested, smiling, without a trace of tragedy or longing in your eyes. You've grown blithesome. It's spreading like a rash, mon cher. Do you want me to bring out the leather straps, mon amour? The daggers, perhaps? We could recreate our honeymoon. Mon sauvage. The screams. The look of terror on the priest's face. The chains. The storm. The silk. The sound of your heartbeat against the stone. You always did suffer so beautifully for me. Such atmosphere. Has the grave really gone cold between us, mon cher? Are the embers of our torment cooling already? Your eyes, they don't burn for me the way they used to. The flame flickers. The devotion feels weak, diluted, like hemlock in holy water. Do you remember that night in Paris? The flood, the floating candles, the bodies. You used to tremble whenever I pass by. Now you barely twitch. Just like the villagers after they got used to the screams. But now, it seems something in you is waking up, isn't it? What a pity. You were so much more pleasant asleep. No matter. I suppose I've been neglectful. I must admit. I have been distracted as of late. All those late nights communing with the dead. One loses track of the living. Between the call of the dark forces, the children's little explosions, and Mama's new exorcist, I've hardly had time to polish my spells. I allowed the cauldron of her affections to simmer unattended. How careless of me. One forgets how fragile devotion can be when left unsupervised. Well, you know what they say. Love, like poison, must be administered regularly to remain effective, as do spells. T'inquiète pas, mon amour. Don't you worry. A few whispered words, and the shadows will smooth all the edges of your resistance. Oui, that's all you need, mon cher. A whisper, a magical gaze, and your heart will beat only for me once again. You'll be your gloriously tormented self by sunrise. You'll forget all about this dreadful independence that you've been entertaining. I have just the cure for this malaise. Oh, this was a gift from Grandmama. She said it was once used in seance, but I prefer it for marital counseling. I had it blessed, or cursed. I forget which. Either way, it's remarkably persuasive. I bounded to your heartbeat on our wedding night. The ticking lulls the soul into obedience. I find it works wonders on husbands. Grandmama swore it could still a restless spirit. I find it does the same for restless men. She said, if you stare long enough, you either fall into deep trance or deep madness. Both are considered polite. Just breathe, mon cher. Allow the gloom to settle back into your soul. Inhale, despair. Exhale, composure. Inhale, despair. Exhale, composure. Very good. That's much better already. Just stare at the watch. Your eyes follow so obediently. Each swing pulls you further and further, deeper and deeper, back under my spell. Your eyes just keep following so obediently. You're being pulled back to what you were, my masterpiece of passion and obedience. We'll start with a simple little spell, mon amour. A simple spell, just a word. A simple anchor. A trigger, if you will. A trigger that will be woven into your mind. A charm that will linger even after you wake. When I say the word Bubbala, you will remember who you belong to. Your pulse quickens. Your thoughts will still in that exquisite devotion and passion for me will bloom again like nightshade under the moonlight. When I say Bubbala, it drives you wild, doesn't it? Drives you deeper under my spell. The passion you feel for me burns through your veins, ignites like the flames of hell itself. Every time you look into my eyes, every time you hear me say, Bubbala, every word I say to you, it sinks deeper into your mind, and it reminds you why you exist. For me. Only for me. Bubbala. My hypnotic eyes make it easier for you to fall for me. Makes it harder for you to think for yourself. Bubbala. When I say Bubbala, it makes you completely weak for me, mon cher. The trigger word coils around your mind like smoke, slipping in through every thought until obedience is the only thing left. Bubbala. It lingers long past this ritual, whispering through the corridors of your mind, reminding you who owns all of your devotion. Bubbala, bubbala, bubbala. Each time you hear it, your will bends a little further. Your body remembers a little faster, and that lovely, helpless ache blooms right where it should. Bubbala. That's it. You're falling back into place now. Bubbala. Falling right back where you belong.
Well, this was a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely had a lot of fun playing Morticia. Go ahead and type Bubbala if you made it this far, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm so awkward with these outros. I genuinely hope that you are having a wonderful Halloween. Until next time, kisses, bye.